Hello, I'm back again for day 4 of my 8 principles for wellbeing for 2023 and beyond. I hope that the last 3 days have been a contribution to you. They probably confused the hell out of you, but that's what I'm here for, right? Sorry if that's been the case, but I'm here if you need me. And it's not the last time that I'll be going through these anyway, so there'll be more tips and strategies and talks and so forth on these well-being principles, because I really do believe that they will play a big part of your life in 2023 and beyond. So today, this is a goodie. Day 4 is eliminating chemicals and additives. It's a tough one to eliminate every single chemical and additive from your life, because we've got so many body products and in our food, in the air, just everywhere. There's lots of stuff everywhere. But by doing a lot of the food items, though, it's amazing what the impact it can have on your body. I used to suffer hay fever really bad, and it just, the more I eliminate it, because I had to eliminate a lot of stuff from my diet because I was so unwell. It took me a long time. Don't think it was easy for me at all. It took me quite a few years until I thought, well, enough's enough. I need to do something really severe here. So my hay fever sort of disappeared, basically. And I remember I was working in the nursery at the time thinking, oh, normally sneezing my head off about now. So I did a little bit of research on that, and just to bore you with science just a little bit, because I'm not really big on science. And, basically our immune system is always fighting all the bits and pieces that are coming into our body. So when I eliminated everything from my diet that wasn't a whole food, honestly, I was even eating organic fruits and vegetables. So it was, and growing my own, and to a certain degree. And so it was just like easier for my immune system, I guess, to fight off the hay fever bug, whatever you want to call it. So that's how I saw that. So it was just intriguing to me that I had, chronic hay fever, just like chronic disease. And when I cleaned up my diet twofold, it just sort of disappeared. So interesting fact. So today, chemicals and additives. So when you're shopping and you're buying things in packages or boxes or anything that's in a box, package, let's just say package, stick to package. There's a ingredients list on the back. Have you ever looked at the ingredients list? I've been looking at ingredients list for years and years and years, to the point where it just like, it's just so tiring. Because they put so many bits and pieces in our food, it's frustrating. So I had to, because there was lots of things, that affected the children. And as you're probably aware, the red cordial syndrome and the, things, I won't say name brand things, but other things that, that give our, apparently make our children go cray cray because they're high in sugar and so forth. So I had to eliminate a lot of that from our household because of those instances anyway. And I wasn't really worried about me so much until I got really sick. So I put, in my book, I've said how I've put 2 and 2 together after a while, and I had to eliminate MSG. I'm not sure if you know what that is, monosodium glutamate. It's actually a naturally occurring substance, but when it gets put in our food, most of the time it's a processed additive. So it doesn't work the same. Anything that's processed doesn't work the same in your body as something that's natural. And also, I don't want to confuse you too much, but some natural stuff's not good either. when they do natural additives. Anyways, getting back to the bottom line, it's when you look at if you just say, the easiest way to explain this is a packet of plain chips versus a packet of barbecue chips. If you look at the back of a plain chip packet, typically, depends on the brand, but typically it might have 3 ingredients: oil, salt, and potato, of course. Potatoes in chips. A whole food, right? No, it's not a whole food. But typically plain chips are, what I just said, potato, oil, and salt. And not that that's really good for you, but if you, this is not about what's good for you and what's bad for you, sorry. But it's just, if you wanted to eat something like that, which I have in the past, I couldn't eat like barbecue chips, because if you look at barbecue chips, they've got so many ingredients, and some of those ingredients they used to make me sick. So it's not that I didn't like them, I just couldn't eat them. So when I eliminated a lot of the additives from my diet, chemicals, additives, however you want to, anything that's added to these products, I looked at the things with the least amount of ingredients. So if you, so for starters, that's the simple way to navigate the supermarket aisles, is if you're going for, stick with the chips. If you're going for a packet of chips, stick to the ones that have got the least amount of ingredients. And that would be plain ones. I'm sorry, but most stuff is plain, especially if you're in a state of ill health. You really don't want to be adding any more, chemicals to the mix, because your body just can't cope. If it's in a state of ill health to start with, it's not going to be able to, you don't have the proper functioning body, digestive system, and everything else that's going on in your body to digest and eliminate the toxins that you need to. And, sometimes you won't even be able to digest something. It'll just go straight through you. And I'm sure some of you have probably experienced that as well. So with eliminating chemicals and additives, not just in the food, it's also in your body products as well. So always try and look for things that, you'll probably see shampoos and that have no SLSs, no parabens, no sulfates, and all, things like that. So you want to get, if you are interested in eliminating as many chemicals and additives from your body, the less is more. So you look at the ingredients on the back of the packets, or you Google them, or do anything. And once it takes a little bit to get your head around this, but as I said before, it's just little steps. You don't have to do it all in one day. You don't have to go, oh my God, I can't go shopping. Sorry, I'm going to itch. Oh, I can't go shopping because I'm going to be adding all these chemicals and additives to my body that I don't know what's what. Please don't do that, because it's just little steps and it's a learning. And we're not accustomed to all of this because we're not told that these things can upset our body, because nobody tells us that. So I will have there's a Chemical Maze app, which is really, really good. And I've also had one of my previous podcasts. It's called The Chemical Maze, I think. It's got Bill Statham in there, and he actually talks about how he created the Chemical Maze app. So that's a downloadable app, of course, for iPhone. I'm not sure about the Samsung phones or whatever they're called. So that you can get, and it's really easy to whack the numbers in or the names, and you can although supermarkets are a bit clever now, or the producers are a little bit clever now, but it's a matter of just putting the numbers and so forth into that app, and it will tell you whether it's does a traffic light system, so it'll be red, amber, or green. So it will tell you if it's red, that's a no-no. Just steer clear of that. If it's amber, you know, you might be able to tolerate it, and if it's green, it's okay. I mean, personally, I try and eliminate all of them, but that is just way too hard. And since I've been doing this for years, and there's still today, I'm like, oh, I'll just go and buy that, because I just get, you know, tired of doing it, because, you know, you just want to be able to go into the supermarket and grab stuff and know that it's good for you, or that it's going to be well in your body. But it doesn't work that way. And so I'll go there with all these intentions. Oh, I'm just going to grab this and grab that, and I pick it up and I'll look at the ingredients, and I just can't bear to bring it home. So I'm still like that to this day, and there's just certain things that I just won't even eat because of that. So, and I do put things in my diet that I know that aren't as good for my body as what they could be, but it's not an everyday, all-day occurrence. So the simple, sustainable strategy for eliminating chemicals and additives is looking at the back of the ingredients, looking at the back of the product for the least amount of ingredients, and they'll be all gobbledygook to you, which they were to me. But having the Chemical Maze app, and if it looks like a science experiment, it most probably is, so I'd steer clear of that. So avoiding or eliminating as many chemicals and additives that you can will create more well-being in your body. So I will be doing more on that, because this is a very, you know, the instrumental part that played in my life to get my health back on track, and I know that it can help you too. So for day 4, eliminating chemicals and additives, that's done and dusted. So hopefully that will help, and next time you go into the supermarket, you can pick up that packet and check out the ingredients list, and remember me saying, don't put it in your trolley if it's got more than 3 ingredients. Actually, it might have more than 3 ingredients, because it may need to have more than 3 ingredients. But use only put in your trolley the product with the least amount of ingredients. And once you learn that and you remember that product, it's easy to go back into the supermarket the next week and you just pick up the same product. And it's just maybe a few months or years down the track that you just need to check it again, just to make sure that they haven't sneakily put something else in there. So cheers for that. And I will see you tomorrow for number 5, which I don't know what that is yet. I forget. But anyway, so hopefully that helps, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.